Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. There comes a moment in every man's life when silence speaks louder than words, when you stop texting her, stop calling, stop chasing, and instead you choose peace over chaos. At first, you think she's relieved that maybe she never cared. But give it time, because when a man walks away and doesn't look back, something primal shifts inside a woman. In your absence, she begins to feel the truth. The safety of your voice, your attention, your energy, it's gone. The man who once poured himself into her has vanished, and now she's left with one terrifying question: did he mean more to me than I admitted to myself? Women don't always process loss immediately. They're emotional processors, slow burners. She might act unbothered, post pictures, laugh with friends, live her best life. But when the world quiets down and the mask slips off, your absence begins to echo. That's when she starts replaying the way you looked at her, the way you spoke to her, the calm in your voice, the weight of your presence. And this is where most men fail. They break their silence too soon out of fear, not strength. But when you stay grounded, when you hold your silence from a place of peace, something powerful happens. Her mind starts revisiting the last words you said, not just the surface level conversation, but the energy underneath it. Were you angry or calm, needy or centered? That last moment becomes a loop in her mind, haunting or healing her depending on how you left it. Because women never forget energy. Your tone, your patience, your stillness, it lingers. She'll scroll through old messages, replay your voice, revisit pictures of you both. Not out of sentimentality, but because your absence has created a space that no one else can fill. And when you don't reach out, when you allow her emotions to rise naturally, she starts craving that emotional security you once provided. She might test you, posting cryptic quotes, subtle pictures, or flirty throwbacks, hoping you'll bite. It's not random. It's calculated. She wants to feel your energy again, any trace of it. But if you don't take the bait, if you remain calm and unbothered, she starts to crumble a little. Because real men don't flinch at digital noise. They move in silence. And that silence is deafening to a woman who once felt emotionally in control of you. Some will even reach out in anger, just to provoke a reaction. But when you respond with silence, with peace, it unravels her, because deep down, she's not trying to hurt you. She's trying to feel something again. And your silence forces her to sit with her own emotions. That's when her ego steps in. She might start seeing someone new, not because she's moved on, but because she wants to feel like she can. It's an emotional defense mechanism, an illusion of control. But when a man has left an emotional imprint, he's not easily replaced. She may go out, laugh, flirt, and post her new freedom, but every time her new connection falls short, she's reminded of you, the calm, the depth, the safety you provided. Because she's not comparing men, she's comparing energies, and yours stands out. The more grounded you remain, the more her attempts at distraction turn hollow. Her mind begins to wander. Where are you? Who are you with? How are you so composed? That curiosity grows into an obsession because now you've become a mystery again. She can't read you anymore. She can't predict your reactions. And nothing captures a woman's attention like uncertainty. Every time you appear strong, peaceful, growing, without bitterness, she feels it. She won't admit it, but she feels it. That's when her pride starts to crack. Because the man she once took for granted is now the man she can't stop thinking about. But remember, your silence only holds power when it comes from self-respect, not manipulation. When your peace is genuine, it radiates. It speaks a language louder than any text ever could. She might start checking your stories, asking mutual friends about you, pretending she's just curious. But inside, she's reliving memories, not the arguments or distance, but the best parts. The laughter, the nights you made her feel understood, the safety of your presence. She starts romanticizing what she lost, polishing the memories, rewriting the story in her mind. Because that's what people do when they realize they took something real for granted. And that's when regret begins to bloom. The longer you stay silent, the deeper it grows. But most men break the cycle too early. They reach out thinking they'll remind her of what they had. Don't. Let her memories do the work for you. The human heart learns through contrast. Let her compare the peace she had with you to the noise of what she's chosen now. Eventually, she'll test the waters. A casual text. A reaction to your story. A stranger message out of nowhere. It'll seem harmless, but it's not. It's her vulnerability disguised as curiosity. She's checking if you're still emotionally available, if she still has access to your energy. Most men fail here. They rush back in too eager, too expressive, and instantly kill the mystery. Don't do that. Respond from your center. Be calm, be kind. But don't chase. Don't over-explain. Because she's not just looking for your words. She's reading your energy. She's trying to see if you've changed, if you've grown. When she sees that your peace is real, that your silence wasn't punishment but transformation, that's when her respect returns. And respect is the foundation of feminine desire. Women are not drawn to men who react. They're drawn to men who remain unshaken. The man who can be still while she's emotional, who can walk away without bitterness, who can stay silent and keep building himself. That's the man who becomes unforgettable. Because silence born from power, not pride, is magnetic. She may never tell you, but she'll remember you. At 2 a.m., when the new guy doesn't listen the same way, when laughter feels empty, when your peace starts haunting her in the quiet. So if you're wondering right now whether your silence even matters, it does. You're not invisible, you're just unavailable to a space that no longer valued you. And that's growth. You don't measure your worth by her reaction. You measure it by your ability to stay rooted in who you are. Because silence isn't weakness. It's strategy. The man who can walk away without hate, without drama, without breaking, he becomes the one she never forgets. So stay calm, stay grounded, stay powerful. This is Think Jessica, reminding you that sometimes the loudest thing a man can ever say is nothing at all.